It is Banlist prediction time. We know a new Banlist is coming within 1 to 2 weeks. We are going to predict the Banlist. I polled the chat. You tell me, what is your most hated deck? We're going to see what I think will get banned, restricted, limited, and even unlimited. This is not a wish list. This is a Banlist prediction list. Let's go.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at him. Let's go.
Getting right into it, the last ban list was May 10th, right after the Casey Cup, about 10 days after it, so we could expect that with the new ban list. And that's when the announcement is, not when the actual implementation is. But in DLM events, as soon as the ban list is announced, we play it completely, fully in all my events. So you will know early as soon as the ban list comes out. We predicted that Cybernetic Fusion support, Gaga Sister, Stick and Chair, Dark Lords, and the skill nerf changes would happen. These were the changes. Now, let's see if we could predict again. Did people like the last ban list? 43% of my chat said no, 26% were indifferent. So the majority were either happy with it or indifferent towards the ban list. I'd say it's pretty good numbers. The majority was not the ones that did not like it. Now let's hop into the data going into this Banlist prediction. The Casey Cup just happened, and the top 100 global looks similarly to this. This is not the full list because a lot of players will submit multiple decks on what they played. Harpies, Resonator, Thunder Dragons, Cyber Dragons did very well. Cyber Dragons even got first place global. That is insane. You see some rogue decks at the bottom, probably what I'm not going to predict getting hit. The power rankings looks just like this. And within the stream, they updated a little bit. You see Triamid's now hopped in. This is the current auto-updating power rankings. You could check it out on the tier list page. You could check out the top player council tier list of what they expect will do well in the next event. And then what is actually doing well in the current moment. The power level number is what percent they are of a total pie of successful decks. So almost 23% of successful decks are Resonator. Let's move up. We see recent tournament results. Resonator doing very well. Onomat, Harpies, Fire King. That was a recent Meta Weekly. The MCS, which was also very recent. Resonators, Thunder Dragons, even Shiranui surprised people. Came out of nowhere and did very well. Now it's time to start banning. We're going to see what we could do with Fire King. Remember, this is not a wish list. It's not a recommendation. This is a prediction of what I think will happen. I'm putting money. I'm betting what's going to happen. I'm not actually betting. Fire King is going to look like this. This is the stat breakdown. Their most played skill is Destiny Draw. You can look at the numbers of how they play the deck. And then we also have Thunder Dragons. They're playing Destiny Draw about 35%. Where am I getting at with this? You'll see. Yosinju, 85% playing Destiny Draw. Well, the change I'm predicting is Destiny Draw, you must be at 2k life or lower to activate. Right now, you could take 2,000 damage, then gain back up to 4,000 life. You get to pick up your deck and search for anything. That is insane. That is not how it is in the anime. Where in the anime does Yugi ever at full life draw his perfect card? Never. He draws trash, 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 low life, Destiny Draw kicks in, then he gets the good card. So that's why they're going to change this, because it's not good the way it is. We have cards like Veil, being able to gain your life points back after taking damage. And this is a very popular card. So we do want to nerf this interaction. I think so. That's my prediction. Even if they're not playing Veil, the fear of Veil is real. You attack, they're going to gain their life points back. Not cool. Now, the next change, Shiranui. Oh boy, this was my most hated deck voted on from the Twitch chat. Join me live on twitch.tv/duellinksmeta to interact with me, watch the streams. Boom. Oh, just the deck stats. This is what the deck looks like. 73% are playing Endless Trap Hell. 23% are playing Destiny Draw. The change. I think Endless Trap Hell will be changed. Now, there's a few changes I'm not proposing. It is what I'm predicting. Skill changes are pretty difficult to predict, though I predicted very close to how balance was changed. Almost to the point where it feels like I maybe influenced how balance was changed, because it was crazy how they copied my idea of not being able to special summon on the first turn with it. Boom. First idea is, instead of requiring 3 traps in the grave to return all of your traps back in the deck and one of them go to the hand, now require 5 traps. Early game, you could set 3 traps, use all 3, then +1 and return them back in the deck. It's kind of broken. So it will make the skill a little more useless within the early game. I know they'll maybe still use the skill and still be really good with it, but it's just not going to be as good. Take away that early game power. They should not be able to benefit from set 3, activate 3, then +1. Not cool. Another change that might happen: no longer return the traps back in the deck. Don't give them this crazy, weird staying power in the duel, rewarding them for using all their traps, then return them back in the deck. You survived their 3 floodgate trap holes, and now it's 6 floodgate trap holes? Not cool. I don't like that. Or the other change, you must return 1 card from the hand to the deck to activate the skill, or after activating the skill to take away the +1. No longer a +1. One of these 3 changes I am predicting will happen to the skill, and that's all that I think will happen to Shiranui. Now we have Cyber Dragon. First place globals list looks like this: ACT, first global, very good. Triple Cosmic Cyclone, triple Fusion Gate. This is the deck statistics of how the deck's being played. 100% at 3 Fusion Gate. Holy moly. And the change, I think Fusion Gate's going to go to 3. I think Konami operates in a few ways when they go through a ban list. They think, number 1, are we going to restrict a deck? All right. Step 2, we look for the free-to-play cards to restrict. Well, they already did that with the Overflow and the Cybernetic Fusion support. Number 3, if we can't hit the free-to-play cards or they are already hit, we now have to look at cards that are not tied specifically to the deck type, which would be Fusion Gate. They're not going to hit Book of Moon. Everything else is a part of the Cyber Dragon engine. Fusion Gates is from, I believe, the first set ever. It's such an old card, 4 years old. And it has become a core card of the deck, but it's not a Cyber Dragon card, making it perfect to be the next card to be hit. Easy prediction, I think so. So what is going to happen with that? That means they're not going to be able to play Cosmic Cyclone with the Fusion Gate. If it's limited to 3, and this is also limited to 3, between the both cards, you can only play 3. You can only play 3. Right now you're playing 6, now it drops to 3 when combining both cards. Scroll down. This is what the deck looks like before the last ban list. They weren't even playing Cosmic Cyclone because of the Cybernetic Fusion support. They had to restrict it to 2 alongside the Overflow, so now you can only play 1 and 1 of the Overflow. But then after that, they switched on over to Cosmic Cyclone. So because they moved on, now we're going to have to hit the Fusion Gate to take away the Cosmic Cyclone or take away the Fusion Gate. The Fusion Gate is ridiculous. It allows you to deal too much damage, 1-turn kills out of nowhere, got first place global. I think they're going to hit it because there really isn't any other way to hit the deck without making people upset. Maybe it might put Core to 3. Would you rather Core go to 3 or Fusion Gate go to 3? You tell me. Water Exceed? No way. They're not getting nerfed. I agree with you. This is a 30% chance to be nerfed, I think. Even lower. Really low. I'm just going to throw this out there. It's a really low chance that they're going to nerf this. The change, I think, that they would maybe do at a very low chance if they were to touch the deck would be Dweller to 2. Now, this would break a precedent of putting an ultra-rare box card to 2. So this is really rare. This is backing them up into a corner. They'd be doing something brand new. But I think that this is what they would do if they did do it. So I'm not saying they're going to do it, but if they were to do it, this is how they would do it. Does that make sense? Let's do it. Why? This would take away the Treacherous Trap hole. As I said, it would break a precedent. So I'm just throwing this out there. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think it would happen if it were to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. Onomats. Onomat. Really? They already got hit by the ban list, the last one. Well, you fools are still playing Hatronade. Last time they hit the sister. Do not hit your sister to counter Trunade. Well, y'all are still playing Trunade. Some are not. Some are playing nice with their sister, 2 sister, leaving the Trunade alone. But others are playing 1 sister, 1 Trunade. And when I saw the Dragooni deck doing this after their ban list, Konami hit them again. So I think they're going to hit you again. The problem is, as I said, Trunade still being played, 59% playing at 1, 2% playing at 2. You are fools. Oh my. That 2% at 2. And again, as I said, Resonators had to get hit because they hit the Dragooni Lance. And then you chose to not play Lance and you played Trunade instead. So then they went, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's hit the Resonators. And then you had no choice but to play 2 Resonators, no Trunade. The change I am predicting is the Gaga Wind will go to 2. Gaga Wind to 2. This is incredibly similar to the Black Wings nerf where they have a bunch of their cards semi-limited. Here are some lesser predictions that if they don't hit the Gaga Wind to 2, which I think is the most likely, you know, Konami likes to try to prove me wrong sometimes, so I'm going to put them in a corner where they have no choice but to fall for my prediction. This is the number 1 prediction. My lesser predictions, by the way, the Gaga Wind is 100% being played at 1 in the Gaga decks. It special summons a Gaga from the hand, so it helps you play around back row. When you summon a sister, if they flip up Book of Moon right away to flip it down, then you could search for a Gaga Wind and do a follow-up. Now, you shouldn't chain Book of Moon to the activation of sister. If you watch Duel Links meta, you should properly toggle on resolution of the search. They search for their card, then you flip it down. Before I show you my lesser predictions, this is what a top Onomat deck looks like. I know you don't see Trunade here, but people are still playing it. If we scroll up, 61% now since the review and re-reviewing are playing Trunade, and I think Konami does not like those numbers. So they will hit the wind, which, as I said, is being played at 100, now 85%. Who uploaded a deck during my review to drop this from 100% to 85%? What the hell? Whatever, mate. Anyway, this is what a successful deck looks like. If they hit the wind, you'll play 1 sister and 1 Gaga Wind. My lesser predictions is the Doo-Doo Draw will go to 2 while they free the sister. They might do that. Another prediction is the Gaga Coat to 2, free the sister. Now, if they do this, I'm sorry. Because of my Onomat video, they may do this. That's right, I'm saying it because of my video where I played double Trunade, Keck Trunade, without the sister. I betrayed my sister, but it's also someone else's fault. ACT gave me the deck idea. He got first global with Cyber Dragons. He also was the one that played it without sister, double Trunade, and that will result in the Coke getting hit. We are not done with the tier list. More will get hit, but cards not on the tier list also get hit. Regularly, Konami will hit cards not on the tier list. Cyberstein banned. Desynchro, Revival Gift, Bamboo Scrap, and some others limited to 1. These cards were never top tier, but they are anti-fun, toxic tier. What are we suggesting? Not suggesting, but predicting, or maybe both. What's going to get hit? Well, I said don't play this deck. You played the deck. Why did you play the deck? I said it would ruin Duel Links. What is the deck? This is the deck. Again, don't play this deck. Please listen this time. Fools are still playing this. We had a lovely member of the Discord. They rage quitted the KC Cup. They had dreams of getting the exclusive Dark Magician, qualifying for Fake Worlds, but then they played against the deck I told you to not play and said, F this, I'm out of the GT, went back to Fortnite, literally ruined Duel Links for them. Who knows if they're ever going to come back? Well, Konami, this is your chance to reel that player back in and many others. I even saw within the Discord a replay of a mirror match. A mirror match. 1 card wonder versus 1 card wonder. Who wins in that mirror match? No one loses. No one wins. It's just everyone loses. What the hell? So why is this a toxic deck? You draw 2 every turn and you stall forever. If you can't tell within the screenshot, it's turn 40. It's 12,000 life, turn 40. How come the deck never ends? Well, The deck uses the Hollow Life Barrier and the Rainbow Life to be completely protected for a turn. Then it uses Jar of Avarice and the Tornado to return them back on the deck. And then you draw 2 every turn, so you very likely draw back into them. Guaranteed protection, never deck out, and you keep reusing them. Well, the change I think is going to happen is Rainbow Life to 1. That will kill the deck because that's 6 cards that they need to draw early on in the duel, the Rainbow Life or the Hollow Life Barrier. I don't think the Hollow Life Barrier will get hit because it's a very good card in free-to-play decks. It does not deserve to get hit. Good players in good decks that are not Cancer, not trying to annoy anyone, are playing Hollow Life Barrier. No one's really playing the Rainbow Life. So there you go. As explained there, they are being reused and abused and returned back on the deck. Hollow Life Barrier should not get hit because non-toxic decks are playing it. Now, here are my lesser predictions. I don't have the Konami analytics of what players are playing less than Platinum. If you're Rookie, Bronze, Silver, Gold, anything below Platinum, I don't know what the meta is. So on Konami's analytics, they might see that the Gold's Rookie meta, which are valid players, they play the game, they maybe spend money, they could all of them be playing Rainbow Life. If Rainbow Life is popular in the noob tier of Duel Links, then they're probably not going to want to hit the card to 1 because they're not playing this deck. They don't know what this is. They don't know where they are. They don't know what's going on. So hitting this could be awkward for them. So instead, they might go through other changes of cards they're not playing. They may put the Jar of Avarice and the Tornado to 1. That could restrict the plays. Then you're going to have to just play 1 Tornado, and then you don't get to recycle forever. The Jar of Avarice, if you play it over the Tornado, that's going to be a big restriction. They might just ban the Tornado because the Tornado is the only true way to really recycle the deck. The Jar of Avarice cannot target another Jar of Avarice in the graveyard to return it back in the deck. This returns 5 cards back in the deck, then you draw. The Localized Tornado shuffles your entire hand and graveyard back in the deck. And that's how you do the infinite loop between these 2 cards. Or they could just nerf the skill. As I was saying here, likely no one is playing Localized Tornado outside of being annoying, so banning this, great, just ban it. Or change the skill. The skill will only be activatable if you play no other monsters than Dark Monsters, and it's supposed to be a Callan Kessler skill, the ultimate handless combo, whatever you want to say about it. So to ensure that the roleplay skill stays within the roleplay and does not annoy people as it's doing, it's obviously not intended to play the deck this way. They could require 8 or more Infernity cards to trigger the skill, and that'll fix the deck, as if you play 8 Infernities, it's probably going to mess up this combo. Enough of the memes. Let's move on to another tier deck. Thunder Dragons. Oh boy. The Thunder Dragon community. They are passionate. They are loud and proud. They're playing Thunder Dragons. They do not want their deck to be hit, but they kind of feel the storm coming. They know they're going to get hit. If we were to look in the Discord on discord.gg/duellinksmeta, I'm going to look in the Thunder Dragon channel. Thunder Dragon Tier 2, look at that. 486,000 messages. It is literally its own community in the Discord, posting daily, loving the deck. We can't kill the deck because all of these fools will have nowhere to go. Great pinned messages in the channel, duel quizzes. It is truly an amazing place to be. Look at all the combos. If you're not in the Discord, you're a fool. It is the largest, most active Discord for events, discussions, and help. Just click on the join button, then join the Discord. It unlocks the full Discord, the Spicy Win Streak channel, the questions and help channel, and be a part of a community of whatever community you want to be a part of. Every different deck type channel is literally its own mini community. Now on to the nerf. This is what the deck looks like. Average deck size, 28 cards. And these are the ratios of how people are playing it. Here's a recent decklist example of how the deck is being played. This is not the way to play the deck. There's so many different ways to play this deck. That's what's so great about this deck. Let's move on. The change. Lupine to 1. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. If you look at the analytics, it says Lupine's being played at 100%. Wow. Now you can play Raiden to replace the Lupine, and the Lupine going to 1 also stops the Melody. Melody and Lupine will not be able to be played together. Melody, discard a card, search for 2 Levineer. That's toxic. It makes your opponent feel hopeless. Not only are you kind of fueling your Levineer, but to know that you have 2, that they have to play through not 1, but 2 Levineers, they don't want to play. They are expecting at least 1 Levineer, but for you to have 2 in a row, that's too much. It's too sacky, it's too lucky. I think that they should at least, if you want to play the sacky way with the 1 Melody, you're going to lose your Lupine, which will make you lose a lot of consistency with the deck. They also just did this to the Blue Eyes deck recently in the last ban list. They reduced the Melody to 1, plus the Azure Silver Dragon. Melody searching the Levineer, what we were saying. And here's another reminder, Destiny Draw nerf to 2k life or lower is another little hit to the deck as Destiny Draw is climbing up in popularity. It's trending upward. 35% of the successful Thunder Dragon decks are playing it. And as we move on, we will show you that the history of Thunder Dragon nerfs that they reverted was May 22nd, 2020. The Thunder Dragon Dark, which the deck 100% plays 3 of, was limited to 3, alongside Gold Sark, alongside Charge, and it killed the deck. October 14th is when they unrestricted the Dark, put Sark and Charge at 2, then the deck became quite playable again, but then Exceed started coming out, making the deck even better and better. So maybe it's time to hit the deck again. I think they will. And my predicted nerf is Lupine to 1. Again, don't get upset with me. It's my prediction, not my wish list. Harpy time. What's going to happen to the Harpies? Well, I told you my philosophy of how I think Konami approaches the ban list through the 4 years of them banning cards, where step 1, they decide if a deck's going to get restricted. I think Harpies is the decision has been made. They're going to restrict Harpies. Number 2, let's look for the free-to-play cards. Number 3, let's look for the cards that aren't truly Harpy cards, even though they may be core to the deck. If they don't say Harpy in the card, it's fair game for them to hit them. Looking at the breakdown, we could see what's free-to-play, what's not really associated with Harpies. Well, Elegant Egotist is a free-to-play card. Swallow Nest is not associated with Harpies. So those are 2 cards that could very likely be hits. This is what a deck list looks like. Playing 3 Swallow Nest, 2 Elegant Egotist. What are they going to do? Boom. I think the Elegant Egotist is going to go to 2. It's going to make it so you can't play Treacherous Trap Hole. This is an easy prediction. I think so. Egotist, free to play. Most people play it at 2. Take away the Treacherous. And there you go. The deck is it's a slap on the wrist. It doesn't kill the deck. It reduces the power. And I think that's fine. Up next, Resonators. The big question. The new tier 1. The new big dog. Is it too soon to nerf the deck? It just came out. You can't nerf it this soon. Well, maybe they can. Kunam Zan came out in August 30th, 2020. And then the older cards got hit from 2018. They got hit less than 2 months later. These were 2 years older than the Kunam Zan that made them top tier, and then they hit the older cards. So Konami said, hey, look, your new card investments are safe. We promise to not hit them right away. We'll just hit the older cards that makes the new card investment good, so it kind of does hit it, but we didn't hit it, but you think we didn't hit it, but we did hit it, and you can't really play the card anymore, but please trust us that we won't hit your new cards. Xian came out 2019 March. Less than 2 months later of the Xian release, they hit Dojo, which came out in 2017. Again, we didn't hit your new card. We hit the older card that the new card made good, as the older card also makes the new card good. So we hit your deck without really hitting your deck. We hit the older card. You can't get mad at us, but actually you can. So now let's talk about the Resonators. What's going to get hit? Let's look at how the deck is being played. Look at that. Everyone's playing the Wild Win at 3. Red Rising Dragon. Oh my, oh my. Go back down, down, down. Here's a deck list. This is an example how the deck's being played. Here's another example how the deck's being played without the Solemn Scolding. So with the Scolding, without the Scolding, Treacherous, True Nade. I think they're going to take away the True Nade. And I think they're going to take away the Treacherous from Resonator decks? Well, the change I'm predicting is Wandering Wild King to 2. King, Wild Wind to 2. Goodbye to the Treacherous, goodbye to the Trunade. This is not going to kill the deck. The deck's still going to be great. You can only use the skill twice per duel, and you usually search for the Wild Wind if you don't have it. What that means, though, is it's also going to nerf the combo of searching for a Doom Caliber. You search for Doom Caliber if you have a Wild Wind in your hand, which if you play 3 of, you have a good chance of having a Wild Wind to then search for the Doom Cal and summon it. So you'll probably drop the Doom Cal, play other cards, and now the skill will just be searching for Wild Wind instead of also a Doom Caliber and the other combos to then summon turn 1. Isn't it great that every future deck will always get hit just because of Treacherous and Trunade? Let me know in the comments if you love that, if that's such a cool idea, that you own Treacherous and Trunade, and you know that they're never going to get banned, but every new deck you invest in that ends up using those 2 cards that you know is never going to get banned will instead get banned for those 2 cards that will never get banned. So you're so happy that your investment in Trunade and Treacherous is safe forever, but all future investments are not safe because of your safe Treacherous and Trunade investment. Let Konami know if you think they should just ban it. Even without compensation. Banned. Time for Unlimits. Unlimits are incredibly random. No one can accurately predict them. It's whatever Konami's feeling like. It really has nothing to do with the current meta. Oh, we know this is going to get unlimited, said no one, as something gets unlimited. Let's talk about what can get unlimited if they choose to unlimit. I think Storm could get unlimited because it was limited for Cyber Dragon. Well, Cyber Dragon's getting nerfed again, I am predicting, and if it does, we could release the Storm. It's a free-to-play card. Please give us the Storm back. Come on. Fusion Gate getting hit. Let's go. Kokamiro Maximus, I don't think it can be unlimited. At Worlds in person, a Konami rep told me, I'm going to try to give you the exact quote from my memory. Kokamiro was a mistake. The dev that added it didn't even test it. It was unintended how good it was. That's the quote that I got from a Konami rep, and I do think it would be too good if we brought it back. Kokamiro did incredibly well in an unlimited duel room. It did kind of well in one I recently did. Wasn't that broken, but without the other broken decks, if we just put this into the current meta, I think it's too sacky. Not cool. Dyna Hero for Hire. They could release it. It could bring back older furry players. I don't think this deck will be good. We had an unlimited duel room. No one even thought about playing this. We might be doing unlimited no ban list tournaments in the future, and we'll see if this is even good. I think you could unlimit it. Even with the Dyna Lock, if you have 2 on the field, then your opponent can't attack. So what? There's so many ways to out it. Dark Magician's hurting. Dark Magician is in a lot of pain. Their Rod and their Navigation are still limited to 3. I think they could put the Magician and Dark Illusion off of the ban list and it will be okay. They're basically a non-existent deck. Is it fair that everyone gets to play Blue Eyes? What if you're a Dark Magician fan? Your Dark Magician deck is dead. Bring back the Dark Illusion at least. Dkayed to Unlimited. This deck's not broken. In my unlimited duel rooms, it doesn't do that well. Unlimit the Dkayed. You could still keep the Angel Ritual to 2. Which protects your monster from destruction by banishing from the grave. Triple Dkayed, let's go. Anishi, I think Anishi to go to 1. Why am I further nerfing it? It's not a nerf, it's a buff, that's good. Dojo's at 2, Anishi's at 2. That means you can only play 1 and 1. If you put the Anishi to 1, now you could play 2 Dojo and 1 Anishi. That's a buff. I think 6 Sam could handle it. I don't think it'd be too broken. That could be fine. Pulse Mines. What does Pulse Mines do? No one even knows. Everyone forgot about this card. If you control a machine, you could put all of your opponent's monsters into defense, and if they special summon any additional monsters, they also go to defense. Machine? Really? Bring it back. It's fine. Konami forgot. Time to remember. Bring back the Pulse Mines. Amazoness Onslaught, they were afraid of the lollies. Maybe Konami doesn't have a VPN. They didn't want to fully unlimit the Onslaught to give anyone the wrong message. You know your internet provider is spying on you and what you're looking at. Through a VPN, you are safe. So when I'm sponsored through a VPN, make sure you use my VPN, and then you could safely just unlimit the Onslaught. For no reason, it was limited to 3. It went from 1 to 3. and if you unlimit it, it does nothing. So, Konami, turn on your VPN, unlimit the Onslaught, it's okay. Now, back in 2020, March 25th, the Palace of the Elemental Lords was limited to 3. It was limited to 3 for Invoked. Invoked then got further nerfs later. I think it's okay to unlimit the Palace. The Palace was limited to 3 so that you couldn't use it with the Cosmic Cyclone. And now it's okay to just unlimit. Now for the quick breakdown, you're a fool if you skip to the end for the breakdown. You what, mate? The new changes are going to be my prediction of Endless Trap Hell, Destiny Draw. You better watch the video if you want to find out what I said is going to happen to them. Fusion Gate to 3. Watch the video, mate, to see the full context of why and what that does to the deck. Gaga Wind to 2. Rainbow Life to 1. Why? Well, if you watched the video, you would have known, you fool. Lupine to 1. That's crazy. I know, it's not a wish list. It's a prediction. Egotist to 2. Wandering Wild King to 2. Those are my predictions, mate. Thank you so much for watching the video. Subscribe, follow, like, donate. Chain link to your grandma. Let's go. I'll see you on twitch.tv/duellinksmeta. Yeah, buddy. Fools.